everyone, welcome back to my channel. If there's anyone still watching, I today did a silver cut crease, very smoky with a pop of white liner, and a bold lip. I know I wore this bold lip in my last video. I'm totally obsessed with it. It doesn't mean that I wear it every day, but I do really love it and I really enjoy it. I think it's such a pretty color, especially the fall and the winter is gonna roll around soon. For me, the fall starts in September, and summer's almost over, unfortunately. But I do enjoy everything up until Christmas. After Christmas, I don't really care for much. Anyway, so I think this is more of an artsy look, in my opinion. You can wear it out. You can wear anything you want out. But I would wear this more out with black liner instead of white liner. I might wear with white liner if I'm trying to make a statement. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If anyone's watching, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe so I can know someone's watching. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking into a void. Thanks so much for visiting and watching, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you enjoy this. Okay, so we're going to get started with the Morphe 35N palette. It's an all matte palette, and start of course with a transition shade. I am using the Sigma blending brush, which is a big, nice, fluffy blending brush, and going back and forth. I'm going to go in with a more lighter brown, almost like a milk chocolate, and focusing this on the upper crease and the crease, just kind of building the color up to create a smoky effect. Next, I'm going to use this really dark chocolatey brown, and this would be more focused into the crease, and I'm using another blending brush that's a little bit more slim at the tip, and then always going back with each brush and the previous colors to make sure that everything is blended, and then of course going back in with those brushes, the original color, like the chocolatey milk, dark chocolatey brown, to make sure that we don't lose any pigmentation, but then always going back to blend, and then packing it on, and always going back to blend. So it's always a process going back and forth to create a smoky blend effect. Using this black on the Morphe brush, I am using a pencil brush to be more precise and focusing more this on the crease. The good thing about pencil brushes, are also a little fluffy, so it helps blend with the other colors, but keeps you precise. Using this more dark purpley shade, I'm also focusing this more on the crease to give it more of a purple accent, just to give it a little pop of purple. I really want this to kind of be very chocolatey, with undertones of purple, and of course always making sure to blend, and then using the Sigma brush. So I'm going to take the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is really great to do cut creases. I'm not sure if I said this before, and just taking a Morphe brush, that's a flat brush, and carving out that crease to pack on the silver, and just of course cleaning it up, and always going back in with a pencil brush to redefine that crease if I lose it from the concealer. And it's always a process of going back and forth to create the effect and look that you really want. And sorry about flipping that mirror, just trying to get a closer look. I'm using Maybelline the Smokes for the silver. I'm going to use the darker and lighter shade of the silver. I really like the effect of the darker shade, but I didn't want to be too dark silver. And I'm using a very small brush, and then almost carving it out like I did with the concealer brush in the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, just with silver and eyeshadow. I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm using a very fine liner to start, and I'm going to do this the liner first, and I learned this the hard way doing the other eye. You want to do the liner first because the liner is going to become clumpy over the glitter. So I'm going to do the liner first and then do the glitter, and then go back and touch up the liner if need be. It's very hard to use the jumbo pencil to do liner at times because it's more for a eyeshadow base than what it is for a liner. But this actually works pretty well, and it's pretty white. And then just being really precise with that fine liner brush. So I apologize if I'm not showing the product. I totally forgot. This is the Face and Body Glitter by NYX, obviously in silver. And just, I usually use the Sally's glitter glue and just packing that on with a flat brush and not going over the white liner. You want to make sure that you don't go over the white liner. There might be some glitter fallout on the white liner, but you can always fix that. Like I said, just do some touch-ups to the liner. Okay, and then we got, boom, lashes. Don't really show this because it's a very long process and I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to take tape and, yes, I'm dabbing the tape all over my face. The tape is going to actually pick up any fallout glitter. And using the NYX Poreless primer, which is great for really large pores, does the same thing as Benefit Poreless. I've used both, and NYX is obviously a lot more affordable. And then using the NYX First Spray primer and going in with L'Oreal True Match on this e.l.f. buffer brush and using that to buff out the foundation on my face. I am going to use the Elegant Girl Pro Concealer, and I am going to put that directly on my face, obviously creating a triangle under my under eye, and then focusing that on other areas of my face, including the bridge of my nose and on top of my forehead, in which I am sending you guys love through my concealer, and my chin. And I'm just going to use the same brush I used for the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm kind of blending this out a little bit first so it's not so blotchy. It's still going to be very bright and very packed on and not blended yet, but at least it's not blotchy from the applicator itself, from the I guess the product. Using a cosmetics wedge, which is very basic, and I'm using this to blend out. Sometimes I prefer this over the beauty blender, just for the fact that the beauty blender tends to pick up a lot of product, while this just blends rather than picking up so much product to still at least have product on your face or whatever you're trying to blend out. I am using the Maybelline Master Contour, and I'm using that highlight shade and actually putting that all over to give me a glow. What's great about this palette, it's not too much of a highlight where you should use on cheekbones, but are able to use all over. And then using their contour shade and carving out my cheeks and my forehead so I look like I have a smaller head, although I'm pretty sure I still don't look like I have that much small of a head. And then obviously doing the fishy face to feel out more of my cheekbones, and then touching up my nose for a contour. And then I'm going to use the blush shade, which is also kind of like a sheen, which gives a nice glow as well, on top of the highlight as well. Overall, this palette can give you a really nice glow. And using a big fluffy blending brush to blend everything out. Now I'm going to work on my lash line, and I'm using that same dark chocolatey shade and using with that a flat brush, and then taking the lighter shade and using that with more of a fluffier blending brush, but not too fluffy so it's not all over, just to buff that out at the end. And then using mascara to touch up the bottom of my lashes to give it a more smoky effect at the bottom of the lash line. And then moving on to the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to just take the silver itself. I'm not going to pack it on with glitter. Don't want glitter to get in my tear duct. That's not good. And using the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Oh Put It On. It is this dark purpley shade that I used in my last video. Really pretty color. I get a lot of compliments on it when I post pictures with this color. And then just, of course, it's going to take some time to slowly carve out my lips. And I apologize if I get off screen a little bit. I'm really trying to get close to the mirror to make sure that I'm really like precise in lining my lips, and excuse the dogs barking. Okay guys, so I forgot to do the brow bone highlight. Doing that now. I'm using the smokes again. It's almost like this pinky lighter shade, and I hit the brow bone with that. And that's all. That's our look, and we're just gonna get a little close up so you can see the eyes. Like I said, I'm in love with this look. Thank you so much for watching, and like, please. Thank you.